young lawyers, the young bar, of being sidelined. Is the atmosphere currently tense within the Bar Council? Yatin Varma, who served as a chairperson in 2021 and 2022, is now the secretary, and calling for unity within the profession to preserve its independence and safeguard the interests of lawyers. The council will meet for the first time this Friday to establish a work plan. The legal standoff between former Commissioner of Police Anil Kumar Dip and the Director of Public Prosecutions continues. Before the Supreme Court, Anil Kumar Dip's lawyer Ivan Kurendavilu challenged the DPP's affidavit in the Steve Jacqueline Juliette case, announcing a motion to strike out certain extracts. On the other side, the DPP's representative Rasmi Kamia rejected the move, arguing that it introduced new and unauthorized requests. Chief Justice Rehana Mangli Gulbul granted a postponement to examine the objections, and the case was adjourned to the 16th of February 2026. 3 residents of the South have been charged in court yesterday for conspiracy related to the importation of cannabis from Reunion Island. The operation was thwarted by the police following intelligence received, leading to a coordinated intervention with the assistance of the helicopter squadron. A boat bound for Reunion Island was intercepted after running aground at Rivière de Galets. Following the grounding, police arrested David Kadari, Rohan Pearl, and Mohammed Jitan. The suspects are still being sought in connection with the case. At the end of January 2026, the U.S. Department of Justice released 3 million pages related to investigations and legal proceedings surrounding Jeffrey Epstein, and a transparency law passed in November 2025. Within these files, Mauritius is mentioned several times. However, no document establishes any wrongdoing or links individuals to criminal activities. More in this report, voiced over by Jenny Yarapa.
In the mass of documents now accessible to the public, the word Mauritius appears several times. However, these mentions do not establish any link between Mauritius and criminal activities. They mainly refer to tourist stays, generic financial exchanges, and academic or anecdotal references. Some items are simply personal exchanges. There are emails sent to Epstein in 2010 and 2011 describing holidays in Mauritius with identities redacted, as is often the case in these archives. Other elements related to the business world, such as emails mentioning financial activities, the creation of an investment branch in Mauritius, or the establishment of a structure aimed at investment in India. The list also contains unexpected documents, content about Mauritian lychees, references to studies conducted by Mauritian researchers, the name of a former Miss Mauritius in a presentation list of Miss contestants from the African continent, and even an e-book cited because it mentions a local study from 1970s. Finally, there is an anecdote dating back to 1973 in which the author recounts that upon arriving at the airport, a child asks him whether he knows Muhammad Ali.
And it's 9:05. You're listening to RM1. When we move to international news, U.S. President Donald Trump announced a trade deal on Monday to reduce tariffs on India. States that Prime Minister Narendra Modi had promised to stop purchasing Russian oil amid the war in Ukraine. Trump said he was cutting duties on Indian goods to 18%, after previously imposing 25% reciprocal tariffs, along with an additional 25% linked to India's oil purchases from Moscow. The agreement eases months of tension over India's oil imports, which Washington says help fund a conflict it is seeking to end, and restores close ties between Trump and a leader he describes as one of his greatest friends. While Modi thanked Trump for a wonderful phone call and the easing of tariffs, he made no reference to Trump's claim regarding halting Russian oil purchases. And finally, in sports, the 2026 objectives of the Mauritius Amateur Boxing Association have been unveiled. Leaders are focusing in particular on the Commonwealth Games, hoping for new medals in the wake of Ricardo Collins' podium finish in Birmingham 4 years ago. The ambition to reach the top step of the podium is clearly stated. It is worth recalling that Richard Suni remains to this day the only Mauritian boxer to have won a gold medal at the Commonwealth Games. That's all from me this morning. Thanks so much